Hello, I'm Dominique, and today I'm going to share just some little tidbits on where to start with studying the Bible if you're a beginner. Where to start, how to start, and actually it's not just for beginners. Maybe you're not new to the faith, maybe you're not a beginner, but maybe you just are new to studying the Bible and you want to know more and you have a better understanding of what happened. Maybe you just want to just deepen your faith walk and your relationship with God. Yeah. So, Bible for beginners, just a few tidbits of where you can start. The first thing is pray. Pray and just talk to God and ask God to guide you in your study, to open up your mind, open up your heart so that you'll be open and willing to receive what he has for you, to be able to accept the word as you read it. You could pray for a desire to study his word. Sometimes, depending on what you're reading in the word, it could seem boring. I absolutely don't think the Bible is boring because I love reading the Bible, but I can see how sometimes you can have that feeling. It's okay. You can give that to God. Lord, I'm not really feeling it. Feels like homework. And I actually want to enjoy reading the Bible. I want to like it. I want to love it. Give that all to God. He knows anyway. Just share it with him. Commit your studying to God, and and he'll help you. He will. Pray first. That's the first place to start. The next place to start is your actual Bible. You need to have your Bible. It could be your physical Bible. I love this Bible right here. Hey, I'm not gonna stop talking about it. It is the New Century Version. It is a youth Bible and it's old. This is my second copy. It's a really easy Bible to understand. If your preference is a physical Bible, definitely go ahead and grab that. You can also use your Bible app on your phone. I use the Bible app. There are I'm sure, other Bible apps out there. That one is the most useful for me. It has a host of translations, so many translations on there, and it's just no ads, straight Bible. They have extras like the verse of the day and Bible plans, and so you can definitely use the Bible app. You can also use the Bible online. So for our Bible study, a lot of times I'll share a screen and I'll use just BibleGateway.com, and similar to the Bible app, you can just search whatever translation you want to read from. So physical Bible, Bible app, Bible online, either way it goes, you need a Bible. The third thing is to settle on your translation, whatever translation you understand. It's really important for you to actually be able to comprehend what you're reading. The Bible translation that you read is for you. It is not for anybody else. I don't care what they're reading. I don't care. It's for you. It's your relationship with God. It's your faith. You want to grow. You want to be able to quote those scriptures. You want those scriptures floating through your head and your mind all through the day. It needs to be something that you understand. So that's a really important thing here. Just a few translations that might be good for beginners. The New Century Version, which is the one that I use most often. The New Living Translation is really good. Honestly, the NIV I think the NIV is pretty good too. Maybe if not for an actual beginner, it might be good for someone who has some Bible knowledge already. But the NIV, New International Version, Modern English Version is okay. It's not something that I use, but someone that I know uses that one, and she's quite new to the faith, and she really likes that one. So the Modern English Version, or MEV, and then also the Message Bible. The Message Bible it's a paraphrase. So it's like, it reads as like Bible commentary, as if someone were giving their interpretation of the Bible. If you use the Message Bible, my suggestion is to use it with an actual translation. You want to make sure you're getting the word for word translation, and then you can pair it with the Message Bible to kind of get a better understanding of what's being said in like modern language. And cross-reference. You can use multiple translations, but just use the one you want to understand. Okay, I had to hammer in that point. Moving on. Number 4. These are just loose suggestions / recommendations, because we already said that you're going to pray and ask God for guidance on where to start. You're going to ask God to lead you in the word. And so I'm going to name a few areas, a few books of the Bible or areas where you can start as a beginner that might be good for you to start. But of course, you have to go as you're led by God. The first one is John, the Gospel of John. That one was really good for me. The way that I can describe John is it helped me to know Jesus. Like, it helped me to know Jesus. And this is coming from someone who grew up in the church. I've been a Christian my whole life for the most part. It's what it is. I'm not new to the faith. I'm not new to Bible. But I didn't have a full grounded understanding of Jesus's walk, his ministry here on earth. And what happened and what that means for us as believers. You will get every single bit of that in John. And as a beginner, I believe it's so useful for our walk. I mean, everything in the Bible is useful, period. John is just one of those areas where it really highlights Jesus's ministry, his journey. And for me, that was my takeaway. Like, okay, I walked away knowing more about Jesus, and I feel confident that I can talk to someone about Jesus. So John is a really good place, in my opinion. Romans. Hey, Romans, I think Romans is a really good place to start. Now, I say a good place to start. It might not be the best place for a true beginner, like new to the faith, don't know nothing about Bible at all. Maybe not Romans. But if you're already aware and you have Bible knowledge, and it's just maybe been a while, or maybe you just never delved into the Bible, like studied the Bible before, Romans is a really good place. Romans gives a lot of like depth and insight to the Christian walk. Like, it gives you the who, what, when, where, how, why, like who did what and why did they do that for us. It gives you a lot of details about how to live, why you're supposed to be living in that way. Yeah, it's real good. The next suggestion that I have is to start from the beginning. And this is for anybody, to start from the beginning. Genesis. Why not start from the beginning? Why not? The Old Testament is so rich. It is so rich. It has so much information. It's very dense. There's a lot of history. It's the beginning. It talks about the beginning. It talks about how things were established. Like, it's the foundation. It gives you a lot of information that you need, really, to even be able to understand to fully understand the New Testament. The Old Testament is the context for the New Testament. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, the beginning. Straight biblical facts. Now, I will say, because there's a lot of information, it could sometimes drag on. Like, especially when you're getting into all the names, there's a lot of genealogy in the Old Testament. We're starting from the beginning of the Bible. There's a lot. However, everything matters. All those details are so important. It is so helpful to understanding the New Testament. It really is. Once I started reading the Old Testament and getting through, and I'm reading about like just everybody, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, like everybody, judges, the prophets. It's so good. The kings, listen. You start to, and then when you pick up in parts of the New Testament, you then start to understand, oh, this is what they mean by following the law. This is what they mean by sacrifice and circumcision. And so all that to say, you can absolutely start at the beginning and feel no way about it because you're going to learn. Another place where you can start, Psalms. Psalms is a book of songs. Yes. I believe it's a good place to start because it's an easy read. You can just jump in, just a book of songs, poems, prayers. If you just want to start getting into the flow of reading the word, that I believe that could be a good place for you to start. Proverbs. Proverbs is a good one too, because anybody can read Proverbs and learn something, like believers and non-believers alike. You will get something that's useful today. You could walk away and go put it to use right now. That's pretty much my experience with reading Proverbs, and of course that paired with the right translation that you understand, limitless. It's the book of wisdom. It teaches us, it instructs us, it gives us a lot of like wisdom and advice on how to live, what's right, what's wrong, what to do, what not to do. Yeah, it's definitely something that I would say to take your time reading. It's not like a story where you can just read it straight through. No, there's just different sayings in one chapter. You could have 12 different sayings about different topics like family, relationships, wisdom, money, just life. You can have all of that in one chapter. So I would say definitely take your time in Proverbs. Like, don't rush through it. But those are just my little list recommendations of where you could start with reading and studying the Bible. But of course, let God lead you. And the last thing would be to set a time to study. That could be in the morning, that could be in the evening. Designate a set time or, just portion of your day to study. Uninterrupted, no distractions. That's your time to commit to getting in the word. That's pretty much all I had. I have a few tips too, but I don't want this to run off too long, so I'm going to probably make another upload with just some beginners tips for studying the Bible. If there's something that you found useful in this video, please share. If you are not a beginner and maybe there's something that I didn't mention in this video that you found very useful when you started studying the Bible, please share. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.